Welcome to Midday Market Update. My name is Glenn, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here. And Joey, I didn't set up the chat thing, and I'm okay with that. As long as I can see the chat in the chat, I'm good to go. Joey's in the background as well, folks. If you can hear me loud and clear, by all means, please let me know in the chat, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that that I am coming in loud and clear. I know it's a Monday. I don't know how much of a delay we have, but ain't nobody saying nothing. Sigh. Could be a big delay. There we go. There's Ross with the hashtag TTCNYH. Trade the chart, not your heart. Choppy choppy mic. No, I don't think so. VV Nation, but you're staticky. Joey, am I? All right, static. I just unplugged the mic. I'm gonna plug it back in. We'll do it again. I plugged the mic back in. I think, but a lot of people are saying the sound. All right, so there we go. All right, we're gonna have a meeting today about my mic. We're gonna have a meeting a bit today about my mic, and I'm just gonna sit there and go, I told y'all I need a new computer and a new mic. Nobody's gonna listen, and then this is gonna happen over and over again. So it is. Nobody listens to I'm just the talent, right, Joey? I'm not the tech guy. I'm just the talent. Oh, Joey wants to be quiet now. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Grab the tourniquet. Stop the market bleeding, doctor. I don't know. Something. I'm in the mindset of this is what we need. We need this. A lot of you think, man, this is killing my portfolios. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Between Ryan and I, we've been letting you know what's going on in the market, letting you know when to be defensive, all of those things. And I just think that the market needs a reset, number one. And number two, it's going to set up for a great buying opportunity for bottom fishing when it happens. Crackly voice again. Bill, reset. Reset your YouTube. I just unplugged it and plugged it back in. We're still officially not in the bear market yet, Jazz. And you know why? Because of earnings. Earnings are still good. Earnings are still good, so we're officially still not in a bear market yet. But forward guidance for many of these companies, even though they beat top and bottom, forward guidance is not pretty for all of these companies. And that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. I think going further into the year, third, fourth quarter, watch out. Be like, watch out now. It's going to be like that in the third and fourth quarter of this year because a lot of those jobs that are being laid off now that are still on the books because they got severance packages or go away. Earnings, it's going to be interesting in the next couple of quarters watching earnings. Watching because they already guided lower, will they start missing? There you go. Janice put the TTC NYH as well. And that's right. We've been letting you know to trade the chart, not your heart. Especially on the stocks that you guys have been holding big time, like NVIDIA. Man, I gave a big price target on it. Sigh. I got to own it. I got to own it, though. I gave a big price target of $175 on NVIDIA. And it's going in the totally wrong direction. Going in the totally wrong direction. Bitcoin touched 79K. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that today. That was an underwhelming summit. Did anybody watch the crypto summit? Did anybody watch it? From what I understand, I got a story about it. It was an underwhelming summit. So I did pick up some Bitcoin. I think I picked up BTC before the summit, thinking that this was going to be a great thing. A lot of people saying this is going to be great. We're going to get the reserve and blah, 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 blah. I think I'm now going back to calling it crapto. All right, I think I'm going to go back to calling it crapto. As much as I try to push it up just a little bit to get my mindset to not being so biased to being negative on crypto, crypto has a way of turning around and going, ha ha, na poo poo. I fell asleep watching the summit, says Pennywise. Wow, I guess it really did underwhelm. But I guess it didn't push crypto up, so I got out of that BTC trade. I took like a 7% loss. I wasn't, I was only in it for the news, thinking that, this could be a big rah-rah session for crypto. It just wasn't. So I cut those losses quick. Tesla, though, man, Tesla is still getting its butt whooped. It's getting mollywopped When's the last time you heard that statement, Joey? It's getting mollywopped. And that's the problem. Tesla's getting part of that 80%, and he's got his hands in, he's doing so many things. He hasn't really been concentrating on Tesla except for the robo-taxis. Evidently, that's underwhelming. There's other people that are out there like not Wayfair. Who's the other company that's out there that's got the robo-taxi stuff already going? Tesla is just not, right now, for the lack of a better statement, is not keeping up. He's got his hands in SpaceX. He's got his hands in this whole Doge thing. He's got to concentrate on something. You know, you can be the master of all trades. You can be, damn it, what is it? The jack of all trades, but the master of none. Right now, he's not mastering any of them. All right. Tesla is a brand issue. Well, I don't know if that's the case. And I'll say, Pennywise, I don't know if that's the case, because Tesla is still the biggest well-known name in EVs by far. There's nobody who's coming close, not even Boyd. Now, Boyd is big in China, but I don't think that it compares brand-wise to Tesla. So I don't know if it's a brand thing. I just think that it's who's in the spotlight and for the right reasons. There you go. In the past, you mentioned how you made a lot of money fast in down markets. Can you talk more about this? Yeah, Kevin. I started here in 2004. And when 2007, 2008 came around, the housing crisis, I had already started dipping my hands into options. I made a ton of money playing puts, buying puts, because unlimited all the way down to zero, to the price going down to zero. I made a lot of money. The market got killed, right? Just like the market's getting beat up now, that's why I like Contras. Contras, everybody wants to complain that the market's going down. You got to stop the bleeding. But down markets present you, especially big down markets. As a matter of fact, let's go here. Especially with big down markets like we're having now, I still call it, we're still getting into correction territory. I still think that it's a natural order of things. Markets rise, markets top, markets fall, markets bottom. We're close, but not there yet for a bottom. And all this time sitting at a level of resistance, couldn't break through that. That was another sign that the market was going to have a hard time with legs going up, right? Downtrend. Watch tonight's 6 p.m. video. 3 big investing mistakes. One of them is not paying attention to what's going on in the market. Because we all sit back and go, yeah, the market went down, everybody's doing blah, blah, blah. And you still try to get into those stocks that you think are going to run up. And some of them do. And you think that you're a genius going against the market until that stock catches up to the market. Pay attention to what's going on in the market. And, today, just like I did in my video tonight, I'm not only looking at the VVC. I'm looking at the S&P 500. I'm looking at the NASDAQ. I'm looking at the Dow. All of these are in down trends. No ifs, no ands, or buts. Tesla brand is gone. In Texas, people are selling Teslas like crazy with a sticker. Can't stand Elon. All right, we'll see. I'm not going to ever sleep on Elon. Anybody agree with that? Excuse me. Anybody agree with that? Type of 1 if you say don't sleep on Elon. Type of 2 if you think Tesla's done. Type of 1 if you think don't sleep on Elon. Type of 2 if you think Tesla's done. All right, and we'll see. I want to see, me, I like the interaction. I always like to see where you guys' heads are. I'm going to say I'm not going to bet against Elon. Elon is still a good, he's just that good. I'm not going to sleep on Elon. Tesla will reverse hard anytime. I agree with that. It doesn't matter. I don't think that Tesla is done in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I just don't think that. Never underestimate a guy who overestimates himself. I don't think Tesla is done. And I think that at the end of the day, he can still move on the coattails of the Tesla name. He can still move on the coattails of the Tesla name. I'm in SQQQ. Way to go, Donald. That's a great play. Now, there's a lot of people who keep asking me, is it too late to still be in Contras? I'm going to say no. As long as the market's moving down, Contras are going to go up. And if you're nervous about being in Contras now, I would take a look at non-leveraged Contra ETFs. I think it's tough to be, back up here from the top was a great time to be in leveraged Contra ETFs as the market was pulling back. The market's pulled back a lot. Market's still not at a level looking for a bottom, but it's close. So is it too late? No. I would rather, if you're getting into contras now, to play the non-leverage. That's what I'm thinking about. SQQQ, if you're already in it, leave it alone. You know, FAZ, all of these. I don't know if FAZ is non-leverage or not. If you're just getting in contras now, I'm going to suggest you get into non-leverage contras, because all it takes is one day, and those gains are gone. Those gains are gone. So just be careful. The market is close to looking for a bottom. At least the levels are. Where's the RV and I got to find it. RV and RS on, the MTI and buy to sell ratio on the market are saying that we're at a level of starting to look for a bottom. Doesn't mean that a bottom is going to happen tomorrow. All right. Glenn, folks also said, don't bet against Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, I was one of them. Don't bet against Patrick Mahomes. And they lost. You're right. I still say Elon Musk and Patrick Mahomes are two different entities. Two totally different entities. All right. Good time to watch the market even if you're not buying. And, you know, I'm looking at the views on the channel. The views are pulled off a little bit. I think a lot of people get scared during this time and they close their portfolios and they sit still. But Joey and I were having this conversation, and Joey said to me, they got to know when to get back in, right? And that's what our channel will do. When the time is right between Ryan and I, we will start getting you in at the right times. But if you close your portfolio and you stop looking at stuff and you're scared about the market, which, listen, I'm not going to take that away from you. You can be nervous. But I think most VectorVest subscribers are not nervous. Listen, if you're a subscriber to the VectorVest software, type a 1 if you're nervous about what's going on. Type a 2 if you're okay. And for those people who are not subscribers to the channel, I want you to look at the chat. Type a 1 if you're a subscriber to the VectorVest software and you're nervous. Type a 2 if you're a part of VectorVest software and you're not nervous. Nancy, I met you. Nancy, take a deep breath. Nancy, for anybody who's typing a 1, take a deep breath. Pay attention to the content that we put on the channel. The content is there to keep you good. Sometimes it may not be what you want to hear, but Ryan and I are designed to give you the right information. We don't push stocks when it's not time to push stocks. We're not doing it. You know, I had a hard time today coming up with a topic for the 6 p.m. video. Why? Because, you know, the most thing I'm going to tell you right now is just to buy contra ETFs or sell the market short. How many times do you want to hear that? So we got to get creative in what we do. That's why I talked about in tonight's video, the 3 biggest investment mistakes. Check it out. Because you may be falling captive to one of those mistakes that could keep you, for those people who are typing 1, that could put you from a 1 to a 2 to keep you sane and to keep you not being nervous. All right? All right, so and again, for those people who are not subscribers to the software, I like putting questions out there like that because I want VV Nation to tell you or show you the power of the software. It's different than coming from me. I'm the company man. All right? I'm the company man. But I love it when people who are subscribers to the software converse with you guys who are sitting on the fence determining whether you want to become a subscriber or not. And I'm going to offer you an opportunity right now. If you want to take a 30-day trial to the VectorVest software, go to www.vectorvest.com/YT. $9.95 gets you a 30-day trial to the VectorVest software. Take it. Just take it. And guess what? If you don't like it, cancel it before the trial is done. Oh, better yet, if you don't like it, you want your money back, we'll give you back your $9.95. What do you got to lose? All right? What do you got to use? What do you got to lose? All right. With that being said, we looked at all of the different markets. Let's get into the news that's pushing the market. Alt-tab. Let's start looking at what's moving the market. 5 things to watch in the markets this week ahead. And I think that's important. I think setting groundwork for what's coming up this week will have also an effect on what you're doing. Neil says no money back. We don't have money back? I swear we have money back. Who's here from VectorVest? I don't think anybody here is from VectorVest besides Joey. I'm not going to ask Joey to check. I think we still give a $9.95 money back guarantee. I thought we did. And if we didn't, then that's relatively new. All right. So with that being said, Janice says the buy to sell ratio is at 0.25. The MTI is at 0.56. We're still not there yet, Janice. I need that buy to sell ratio to get to 0.20. I need it to get there. Pennywise says consumer staples, Altria, BTI, Pepsi, Coca, keeping me afloat. Pepsi and Coke. I take Coke over Pepsi any day, even though I'm a Pepsi drinker. Coca-Cola's got name recognition forever. Pepsi will never overcome Coca-Cola by name recognition. If I had a chance to look at long-term of those two, Pennywise, it would be KO. Bristol Scribb Myers, Gilead, Lockheed Martin, those are good stocks altogether to hold during a downtrend because those are stocks that will definitely, for the most part, hold their own. Glenn, given the MTI levels for a bottom, would dollar cost averaging nibbling at NVIDIA and SPY with 20 shares at a time every other day? No. I am not the one to talk to about dollar cost averaging. Now, I've said that on more than one occasion, but I've also put a caveat to that. People who dollar cost average that do well, do it in portfolios that they can afford to lose money in. All right, listen to what I said. People who do very well with dollar cost averaging tend to do well in a portfolio that they have of money that they can afford to lose money in. If you try to dollar cost average with your main portfolio, you're going to get spanked. And that'll happen time after time after time. All right, so if you're going to dollar cost average, it's probably going to be on money that you could afford to lose. I will never tell anybody who's using their main money to dollar cost average ever. Ever. It's like throwing like throwing good money after bad. You don't want to do that. Why not just wait for the stock to give you an opportunity to buy? Let the stock come to you. All right, let the stock come to you. Glenn, what are your long-term views on LHX? I haven't looked at it. Maybe we'll look at it today. I'll look at it today. Dollar cost average is best for stocks that you will never sell. There you go. See videos where, all right, whether it's money, stocks that you'll never sell, or a portfolio that you could afford to lose money in. I would never dollar cost average on a main portfolio. All right, 5 things to watch in the market this week. The biggest thing is going to be the tariffs. All right, tariffs are going to be in focus. Again, you know my policy on tariffs going forward. It's in the news. I'm not going to give my insights on it. All right, the tariff policy, the trade wars are only going to get worse. Somebody's going to have to capitulate at some time, but the longer the tariffs stay in place, the more harsh it's going to be on the economy. All right, U.S. economic data. Oh, Wednesday is going to be big day. Wednesday's report, economic data is released. Wednesday's report will encompass first full month on Trump's administration, and price. It's going to be on son of a bungalow. Hold on, let me go. Tools, economic calendar. I think it's PPI. I want to just make sure my computer's moving slow. It's Joey's fault. Right now, you could start DCA with Amazon. Now, again, as long as you're going to hold Amazon forever and ever, then you're fine. Let's go economic calendar this week. It's CPI on Wednesday. That's what I thought. Wednesday, big day. CPI. This could be a turning point in the market depending on how it comes in. Or this could be the catalyst to push the buy-to-sell ratio below its level. It's going to be one of the two. If it comes in hot, which I think it's going to, anybody thinks CPI inflation is going to come in hot? Type of 1. If you think it's going to be okay on CPI, type of 2. I think it's going to come in a little hot. And that's going to be, I think, a more of a push to the downside to get that buy-to-sell ratio below its level. That could be the catalyst right there Wednesday, folks. All right? That's what I think could be the catalyst. We believe VectorVest will impress you with its potential to deliver an outstanding return on investment. If for any reason you don't love, contact us. See, that's what I thought. I thought there was a money-back guarantee. I thought because of eggs. I don't think it's all because of eggs. Eggs is not what's moving the economy. Egg prices are high. I totally understand that. But eggs are not moving the economy. I predict CPI will be a short event, then the market moves on. I think, Marcus, with that, it may be a short event. I still need the buy-to-sell ratio to get below that level. All right, once that does, then we can officially say that we're looking for a bottom and the market be ready. I think that CPI could be the catalyst. All right, what's the next thing? How many of y'all, we could have a government shutdown this Friday. It's not in the news. Nobody's talking about it. We could have a government shutdown this Friday. So we're trying to avert that. Thin margins in the Congress. We'll see. We'll see how that could be big. That could also be a catalyst to push the market lower. All right? That could also be. Now, remember, tariffs haven't taken effect. That's true. But it's the whole idea that tariffs are out there, which are driving uncertainty in the market, which are making it worse for the market. So, but as long as we play this game, Ramor, as long as we play this game, the markets are going to be affected. All right? Prakash says, Glenn, I do not agree with you on the tariff, and that's fine. I encourage, I don't want anybody to sit here and say I agree with everything you say. That's absolutely great and fine. Now, that kind of stuff, VectorVest I don't have a tool that says tariffs are going to do this, that, and the other thing. Tariffs, I still think that the longer that the tariff back and forth stays on, it's going to be bad for the economy because there's uncertainty. All right? So you don't have to agree with me, Prakash. I'm all right with that. I just give my 2 cents, and everyone in this room can disagree, and we can all still be friends. Imagine if the world could be like that, folks. What if we could all just disagree but still be friends? That's a novel idea, but it's done right here, Prakash. We can disagree and still be friends, my friend. All right? Number 4, Bank of Canada rate decision. Rate decision, same thing. That's Canada's banks. Okay, that's understood. That could be a turn in the market for Canada. All right, officials are widely tipped to slash the borrowing cost by 1/4 percentage point. I'm not trying to slash none of our stuff yet. Not yet. I'm just not yet. Eggs are being smuggled into U.S. more than fentanyl. Eggs don't move an economy. All right. Canada expecting 4 rate cuts this year, says Tom. I hope we ain't. Talking about that, we're going to get to that in a second. Earnings. New earnings. What is this? January, February, March. Well, we got all of March to go through before the new earnings quarter hits. But we still have some companies out there that still have to report earnings. Oracle evidently is one of them. Not a whole lot of big names. Most of the big names have already reported. We got some big names that still need to report before the end of the month. Y'all can smuggle all the eggs you want. Eggs don't move economies. All right. Here's the story about cuts. Fed Chair Powell stresses patience on rate cuts. Patience on rate cuts. Policy uncertainty. We do not need to be in a hurry. And I think that the biggest idea, the closest idea to any kind of rate cut is going to be in May. I don't think, until jobs are really, really affected, we don't need it. Unless, is he going to come in late to the game again? I don't know. But I don't think we need a rate cut yet. What is this website you're getting this information? Oh, that was off of investing.com. That was investing.com, and I went up to the tools and the economic calendar. From the economic calendar, it pulls up today, what economic calendar stuff is, and then I went to click on this week. And it showed me all of the economic events that are happening this week. Because I love Canada so much, I put on U.S. and Canada. I think I'm the only one in this department that looks at both U.S. and Canada. But I look at both U.S. and Canada when I look at economic events. All right? To be honest, I don't think more than one cut should be done. I don't think we need to cut it all until later in the year. All right, George says VA. Oh, the veterans, 475,000 employees. Wow, that's a lot. And what are we getting rid of? How many were they getting rid of? And my wife was like, they're getting rid of that many people in the VA? I said, baby, you don't understand how many people they have in the VA. And in my mind, I look at all of these cuts as, can we lose these people and still be efficient? All right, that's what I say. Can we still lose these people and be efficient? And if the answer is yes, then so be it. It's supposed to be efficiency. All of these cuts are supposed to make us more efficient. All right. So we talked about the Fed. U.S. This is another thing. The R word is coming up. U.S. stock slump, recession fears mount amid tariffs uncertainty. And you're right, tariffs, a lot of tariffs are not in place, but it is the uncertainty. Markets don't like uncertainties. Markets don't like uncertainties. Can we look at stinky stocks to sell short and see what the winners are and now the losers? Maybe. The VA's got a lot of people. And the number that they're cutting, I think was like 15%. 15%, but with that 15%, could the VA become more efficient? We'll see. All right, but the R word is popping up. I'm thinking that as the days go along, we're going to see more and more people starting to talk about recession. Oil prices sink. Ooh, that was interesting. Wrong way. Oil prices sink as tariffs, uncertainty. And who was the one that said you didn't agree with me about tariffs? The whole thing about the tariffs is the creation of the uncertainty. Whether they're in place or not, it is the uncertainty. Markets don't like uncertainty. All right? Markets don't like uncertainty. When Glenn says the R word, is he talking about Rivian? I saw a commercial. What was it on? It was a commercial on RT. I think it was a Lucid. No, it wasn't a Lucid. I don't think it was a Rivian. I loved the car though. It was an electric. It was one of those companies. I don't think it was a Rivian. But the car looked great. It almost made me wanted to go and buy an EV. A lot of room, the whole 9 yards. But I do like Rivian to go up against Tesla, even though it'll never compete. But I do like Rivian. It wasn't a Polestar. I'm not a big fan of the Polestar. Rivian, I do, and it wasn't a Lucid. I think it might have been a Rivian. EV, I hear you on that statement, and you're right. There should be some metrics for it. I don't disagree with that. I stated the tariffs haven't taken effect, but the market is anticipating the effect. And you know something? It's perception is your reality. And I think the perception of the uncertainty becomes the market's reality. All right? Yeah, we got Rivians rolling around here in North Carolina as well. So oil, again, there's other ways to play oil. But you know what I haven't heard yet? I haven't heard a whole lot of drill. I think people don't realize that when the last administration was in play, we were drilling for more oil than most people thought we were. We were a big producer of oil, more than mainstream media told you. We were drilling oil like nobody's business. But all right, that's all I got to say about that. So investors get scared, sell stocks, and move their money into bonds. That drives bond yields down, making it cheaper for the U.S. government to refinance its massive debt. That's also going to be huge, is refinancing the debt. And I think all of this efficiency stuff is supposed to help us to be able to do that. But only time will tell. Another AI investment, Snowflake to build Silicon Valley AI hub. The AI, don't sleep on AI either. Tariffs are the big story. The market going down are the biggest story. Uncertainty is the biggest story. But AI is still doing its stuff in the background. It's still doing its thing. Snowflake, big investment to build in Silicon. All of the big investment for the most part is West Coast. Arizona, California. Man, they need to bring some of that to North Carolina. Yeah, go build some AI here. Yeah, do that. But they're not. It makes me sad. I haven't been impressed with Snow. And when it comes down to the difference between Snow and Palantir, I've been a big fan of Palantir over Snowflake anyway. We are in a little bit of pain now, but we'll pay off for the USA. We are too dependent on China. Again, I'm not putting my feelings out there anymore. You guys call me out on it. I'm not doing it. So I agree with the pain now. Long term, we should be better. Before somebody calls me a righty again. Somebody in the chat called me that. Called me a right winger. I got called a right winger. Just because I give an opinion doesn't put me on either side. Nobody knows where I stand, and that's on purpose. That's by design. All right? So, and Pennywise, Janice, I agree with you on that, but You know, it is what it is. Tesla getting its butt kicked, falls 8% as bearish sentiment continues to build. It just is what it is. This is a high stakes game of economic chicken. Somebody's going to move first. Somebody's going to move, U12. I don't think it's Trump or Powell from that. I think it's, from us to whoever we're potentially putting these tariffs on. Somebody's going to have to move. Stimulus would help the stock. Oh, no. Stimulus would help the stock market with all the platforms. No. We don't want more stimulus. That's why we owe so much money. I'm not sure how you were saying that, Jeff. I'm not stimulus to those companies, not stimulus to us. Why would you recommend options over contras? Because options, you can lose only X amount of money, the premium you paid or the premium you took in. That's it. Contras are like investing in stocks, except for the downside. On a day where the market goes up, you could lose a lot of money on contras. Options, and I think that a lot of people don't realize that. When it comes down to options, the most you can lose on that option play is the premium you either paid or the premium you took in. That's it. With stocks and contras, you can lose unlimited amount of money. You can't with an option. The best stimulus is to stop the tariffs, in my humble opinion. I may agree or disagree with that. I'm not telling you. Big move on Redfin today, up like 70%. Look at that, up 69%. Redfin stock soars on buyout deal with Rocket Cars. That looks to speed up home buying. Big move. Mortgage company Rocket aims for more mobile transactions with the purchase of the online real estate agency. That's huge. Would I buy it today? Probably not, but we're going to take a look at it. What was the stock I said we were going to take a look at? I said we take a look. I forgot what it was. Type it in the room. Somebody put in a stock I said we're going to try to take a look at it. I don't remember what it was. Palantir looks like a steal. I still own Palantir. I don't care what Palantir does. I'm holding my Palantir forever. Because it's paid for. With the gains that I've made from Palantir, I don't care. I'm already way ahead of the game. I only have X amount of shares of Palantir. I'm holding LHX. That's what it was. LHX. All right. I'm going to look at that. Palantir needs to drop for me to add more to my position. I don't know if I want to add more to my position. Maybe if it drops, maybe I might add more. But the position that I have right now, I'm never getting rid of. Ever. Ever. I'm not ever getting rid of it. We can win against individual companies, but we can't win against the collective, the worldwide tariff war. I hear you, Horace. I love that a lot of new people are talking. I love that. I love that a lot of new people in the room are talking. That's awesome. Because evidently, I want to hear your voices. And if I miss your name because I see it's new and I miss it, I apologize. Rafiq says, I have a buy order on Palantir at sub 60, NVIDIA sub 90. I still love NVIDIA that it needs to happen. It needs to start moving back up. Yeah. Jeff says, never say never. You're right, Jeff. How much do I have? I'm not telling you. I got a good amount. I'll just say that. I got me a good amount. And I'm okay, and I'm holding it forever. But Jeff says, never say never. You're right. You're absolutely. And how do I feel about Apple? I'm not a fan of it right now. So that's what I got to say about that. Crypto. I told you I got into crypto. I did get into crypto because of this summit. And this summit was poopy. That's what it was. But Utah passed the Bitcoin reserve provision. Where is it? The Utah Senate has passed a significant piece of legislation known as House Bill 230, aimed at integrating crypto into the state's legal framework. I think this is just going to be the start of something. This bill, titled the Blockchain and Digital Innovation Amendments, was approved by a vote of 19-7-3 and now awaiting the signature of the governor. I'm just very interested to see if more states get on board with the crypto wagon. It's going to be interesting. But I took off my BTC trade nonetheless. Enough that he is being considered to be the face of Palantir. Who? How much? You think that I'm going to be the face of Palantir? Nah. I like me some Palantir. Uncle Glenn put you on the Palantir a long time ago. I like me some Palantir. It's been, you remember Saturday Night Live? Palantir has been very, very, very good to me. Yeah, I love me some Palantir. And tried to put all you folks on early. I did. It's like the same thing with Axon. Trying to put you folks onto this stuff early. And Lunar, even though their stuff goes up and falls down, goes boom. All right, talking about the summit. Bitcoin price was down today. Crypto summit underwhelmed. So you figured that if anybody could push it, it'd be Trump, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Trump reserve order, crypto summit sparks little cheer. It's like they say, woo, that was it. All right, we'll see. Cheeseburger, chicken burger, no Pepsi. Oh, man, that was, woo-wee. Glenn, just got the notification. How did that? That's you, Deborah Ann. Everybody else got it. Everybody else got it. Sometimes I do my hair like the Palantir CEO. Oh my gosh, I wish I could. You know something, if I could, I would. I'd be walking around going, oh, yeah, Palantir. That would be, imagine if I could do that. If I could pull that off. I'm telling you, I could pull that off. All right, let's get into the program, and let's go see what I got going on there. Again, look at this. That's on the Dow. Watch tonight's video. It's going to talk about the 3 biggest investment mistakes. You guys got to watch it tonight. But there's the VVC still going down in a downtrend. Before anybody thinks, all right, I'm gonna hip y'all into something else. All right. Before you think about getting back into the market, no matter what you think, before you think about getting in, let's see if the market can break through its downtrend. Number 1. Number 2, let's wait for RT to go above 1. Those are 2 basic things. 2 basic things that you can look. Oh, we got static again? No, that might just be you, Deborah Ann, because nobody else has got me. Look at the 1-year chart. Nobody else has got me with static. Look, and you look at all these pullbacks, even here, the market, the buy to sell ratio and MTI never got to those levels. Big pullback here. We did here. All right. That's why looking at the MTI and the buy to sell ratio is so important. Sticking forks in electric sockets, don't do that. Listen, I'm trying to keep you guys from jumping off of freaking buildings and bridges. Take a breath. All y'all need to take a breath. Everybody type the word breath in the room. Everybody type the word breath in the room. I need all of y'all to step back and take a breath. All right? Because what did I tell you? The news is the news. You can't change it. I can't change it. All right? You can't change it. I can't change it. What you need to do is take what the market gives you. What is the market giving me? A downtrend. All right, the market's giving me a downtrend. What more do you need to know right now? And even on the days when we have an up day, look at that. Oh man, I'm finna get on a high horse right now. Even when we get onto an up day, guess what? One day doesn't make a trend. And guess what? The market shows you that each and every time. Oh, the market's gonna jump. Oh yeah. Next day. Oh, heck no. Hey, the market's gonna jump. Yeah, go. No confirmation. Man, and you guys sit back, go off of one day, go off of one news article, and boom. I don't care about all of that. The news is the news. What am I care about? What my portfolio is going to be able to do for me. How can I make sure I maximize my ability to make money in the market? Take what the market gives you. And if you're not comfortable playing the market to the downside, think about sitting on the sideline. Why? Because cash is a position. I think people forget that too. Just because I'm not playing the market doesn't mean that I'm hurting myself. Guess what? I ain't losing money. I may not be making money, but I ain't losing money. Just play what the market gives you. If you have the ability to trade options, do it. If you like the idea of paying contras because the market's fallen as much as it has, I'm going to think about telling you to take non-leverage contras. If you're not comfortable doing either one of those things, it's okay to sit on the sidelines. Or on those stocks that you're going to hold for the long term anyway, keep selling covered calls. Does that make sense to everybody in the room? I told you to say take a breath. Does that make sense to everybody in the room? Just type the word sense if it does. Because I hear what you say. I listen to what you say. I watch what you type. And I still think there's a lot of stuff that's going on out there that everybody's still scared. The market's going to do what the market's going to do. What you need to do is stay on the right side of the market based upon how you invest in the market, and don't give back all your profits. That's it. Keep your head off the swivel. Keep your mind. You can still watch the news and listen to the news and da-da-da-da-da, but that's not what's, you need to do what's right for you. And everybody in this room invests differently. Stick to how you invest. Don't worry about John, how he invests, or Nancy, or Akshaya, or David, or Andrew, or Jake. Everybody invests differently. Stick to your plan. Plan your trades, trade your plan. All right, I'm getting off my high horse now. I watch the chat and I watch how you guys get nervous. VectorVest is one of the only programs out there that's designed to keep you from jumping off the bridges and jumping off the buildings. Take a deep breath. Take what the market gives you. Don't fight the market. And I think we get caught up in that a lot. Don't fight the market. All right. Now I got to take a breath. You know I'm passionate about the market, and I'm passionate about helping you guys make money. Sometimes I got to stress it a little harder than other times. All right? Sometimes I got to stress it a little harder than other times. But I'm concerned, I'm on this channel. My face is on this channel. My name is on this channel. I want to make sure that between Ryan and I that we're doing the best that we can to keep your sanity. Once you lose your sanity, you start making silly decisions. All right? You start making silly decisions. Don't do that. Did you just call me Mr. Anderson? Or me too, Mr. Anderson. Oh my gosh. Hi, Glenn. Let's look at, what did you wanted me to look at this for a year. Did I not look at this for a year? I didn't. We did look at it for a year. All right. Let's go to the viewers. You know something? We're going to go look at the big news stocks, and then we're going into your stocks. Here's the stocks that made the news. All right. Redfin, big move up. Not fundamentally sound. They're going to get bought. Would I take it? I probably would not. This is to sell the news. Oil going down, Bitcoin going down, iBit going down, coin going down the most. Tesla still going down. Snowflake, even with the investment in California, still going down. And it's hard for me to sit right here. Thank you, Jake. Jake says, you and Ryan are doing an awesome job keeping us in line. Good. Quantum computing is a long-term thing that won't bear fruit until way later down the road. Man, I thought it was going to do good this year, but it ain't. It's all right. I still think you got to go, from AI, you're going to get into quantum. It's going to happen. We'll see. Scary that Redfin will be selling at such a cheap price. Maybe they see the writing on the wall, Chris. Maybe they're just like, yo, it's time for us to be gone. Let's go take this money. Let's go take this bank, this cheddar, this paper. Let's go make this paper and leave. It could be like that. All right. That's all I want to look at. Let's go to, where's the customer stuff? Weekly customer picks. Let me empty that. First stock I'm going to put in here. Nobody hit the like. You only hit the like button for 80 likes. All right. I'm going to give you 10 stocks. That's all I'm going to give you. How about that? I return the energy you give to me. All right. LHX. I just want you to know that. I return the energy you give to me. I love you guys to death. You got to put a little bit of skin in the game. LHX, I said I would look at. I'll look at Amazon. AMZN, comma. It's all right. Same with Fusion, but there's progress. Java. Java. JAVA, comma, ASM, comma, Decker Outdoors, comma, Gilead. Gilead I like long term. I just don't know right now. PGTX, comma, NVIDIA, comma, ELF. Nobody wants to go look beautiful right now. The bottom has not hit yet. I said that, Jeff. And the VectorVest software is already telling you. NAT, comma, SMCI, comma, MRK. How many likes? 93. I'm still going to give you 10 stocks. I'll probably give you more than that. Let's go see. I gave you 12 stocks. There you go. 12 stocks it is. Hello. A Java, JVA. Okay, sorry. JVA. I'll put that in there. SMCI is already in there. Stop spamming it, Amir. I already put it in there. I'm looking at new names. RYCEY, comma. I'm looking for new names. E Strong, Marvel, MRVL. Yeah. MRVL, comma. Age is only a problem if you're a cheese. Or you get to be 58. Yeah, there you go. Bart. Wow, Bart D, really? PGR, comma. How much more blood VectorVest needs to give a bottom? You don't need no blood. It is what it is. No name, MSTR. I'm looking at new names today. I should have done that from the beginning. I should have only looked at new names. No name. No names. I took one from you, one name. Wonderberry, one. That's a new name. NRG, comma. Poltron, SD Lauder. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Oh, there it is. EL. One more from a new name. Poltron. What was your stock? Poltron, I think I took your stock that night. Poltron, what's your... Dang, Evan, how far up I gotta go find your name? Poltron. I'm looking. What is your stock, Poltron? Oh yeah, there it is. I got SD Lauder in there. I got you. What else is a new name? Buy Bitcoin. I'm not buying Bitcoin. Mark says, I'm new. I'd like XROF. You're not new? No. And ICAG. Now, let me tell you something. Because I'm putting these stocks in there, we're going to go through these quick. We're going through them quick. Ray, C, REGN. Okay. Janice, I'm new and I'd like to CX. No, to both of you. I'm putting you both in timeout. Yes, number 2, I'm putting you in timeout right now. I am not looking at XROF. How about no? The answer to that is no. Sigh. All right. I wanted to look at new names. Guess what? Today I picked up. I think the next time I do this, I'm only going to look at new names. All right. I'm going through these quick. Janice is pissed at me now because I just put her in timeout. Sigh. How do I talk my way out of this? I don't know yet. I'm still in timeout from Thursday. Party in timeout. Hope there's leftover birthday cake. All right. So Janice is not pissed off at me. We haven't checked Disney in a while. Oh, fine. I'll put that. All right. Keep in mind. Last one. We're going through these quick. All right. Let's graph them all. Where's my main graph? Let's go graph layouts. MPIYT. Nope. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for VV graph YT. There we go. PGR. Nice upward trend, still in an uptrend. Interesting that in this current market, remember 80% of the stocks move with the market. This is one of those 20% that's not. It's got an uptrend, up day. I'm okay with it. And it's way undervalued. RT is above 1. If you're not in it, I'd really like to look at 12 cents higher than the high. If you're in it, you're fine. Leave it alone. Let's go to the next one. No, NVIDIA, not the time. Just not the time. And if I got to point it out, that's a downtrend. That's a downtrend. I love that it's undervalued, but notice that value is falling as well. Value is falling. All right. People are starting to get into it, though. Look at that. People are probably either dollar cost averaging or just trying to get in it early. Volume is going up, but not the right time for NVIDIA. Next one, PG. That's got to be news driven. Don't know what the news is. I don't know if that was earnings. It was not earnings, but that's news driven. After all of this and then bump up, that's news driven. Depends on what the news was. I'm not going to go check. But I do like that even on the up day like this, it's trading right at session highs. Very little wick at the top, if any. I do like that. If you're going to think about getting in based on the news, 12 cents higher than the high. GD, how do you find that 20%? 20%, what do you mean? 20% where? Oh, how do you find that 20%? I could just go look and see what stocks are going up. I can't do it now because I got to get through these stocks. But I'm going to show you. Remind me again, U12. I'll help you find it. Golden Child. Wow. Are you from the 80s with Eddie Murphy? I want the knife. I want the knife. Yeah, remember that? I like that. Golden Child. It made me think about the Golden Child. You know, that was a good movie. All right. ASM. Actually, it wasn't a downtrend. Final level of support broke up. You know what that's called? The bearish engulfing. What I do like about it, though, silver, even though it's silver, undervalued and values rising. Long term, I like this. Right now, I'm not feeling that. There could be a possible reversal as a bearish engulfing pattern. We did have a hammer, no follow through, but started going up again. Right now, I'm not feeling it, but I do like that it's undervalued and that value is rising. Next one, Amazon. No, I'm not ready. And you say, do you want a dollar cost average on Amazon? Why? Why not wait for the stock to go up? All right, why not wait for the stock to go up? Do you think we're going to hit recessions? Personally, I think, look at the third or fourth quarter, that may be a true statement, that we might be in a recession by this point. Maybe. I don't know. That's just my opinion. All right, Amazon still overvalued, trending down. If I'm going to think about getting into Amazon, even if I think I like it for the long term, let the stock come to me. It's not there. RT is falling. The stock is losing momentum. Let the stock come to me. Jay, I got a lot of stocks in here. I'm probably not going to add IBM, okay? SMCI. Look at that. Still in the downtrend. You can clearly, actually moving sideways at a level of support. Nope. Let it get out of its own way. I do like that it's undervalued, but value's starting to fall. Let it get out of its own way. Volume is falling. Less conviction in the move as the stock is moving sideways. Watch these stocks that you may like. Watch to make sure. Let them come to you before you pull the trigger. That's so important. NRG, no. Undervalued, great. Value was rising, but now falling, and the stock fell through a level of support right here. RT fell. Nope, not feeling that at all. Just not feeling that at all. Let's go to the next one. Merck. Interesting. From the low to where it is, it's in an uptrend. RT is above 1. It is undervalued. Value is falling, but it is undervalued. The stock moved from a sell to a hold. This could be part of that 20% that's going up as well. Could be. If you're in it, leave it alone. If you're not, I'd like to see you take out 12 cents higher than the high. 12 cents higher than the high. I'm not a fan of telling you to buy stocks long that are in that 20%. I'm not a fan of doing that. But there's going to be some of you out there that are looking for that. All right, like U12. Some of these stocks are in that 20% that's going against. Just be careful with that. All right, just be careful. Jake says, Glenn, I still love you. So why did you not love me? If you love Glenn, type a 1 in the room. If you don't love Glenn, type a 2. Jake, what did I do for you not to love me? All right, if you love Glenn, type a 1 in the room. If you don't love Glenn, type a 2. All right, let's go to the next stock. See, now you got me going. All right, DEC. Oh, man, definitely trending lower. Definitely. And this was a great stock for a long time. All right, this was a great stock for a long time. But when it ain't, thank you, Bill. That's a great answer. Mostly. Says, depends on the day. I love these answers. Jazz says, thinking. Joey, do you love Glenn? Go ahead, Joey. Tell him. Go ahead, Joey.
It depends on the day.
It depends on the day. Decker Outdoors was a great stock. Loved it. Not the right time. Look at it. Trade the chart, not your heart. You may love a stock just like I love Apple, but I'm not in love with Apple. And I know the right time not to be in Apple. Not the right time to be in Decker right now. Not the right time to be in Decker right now. Let's go to the next one. ICAGY. I made money on this airline. I liked it. I made some money. I got out close to this high. I'm not feeling it right now. From that high to where we are right now, we're trending lower. Earnings didn't work so hot. I do love that it's undervalued and value is rising. Long term, I think I like the stock. Right now, I'm not feeling that. Can we take a poll? Does Joey love Glenn? Of course I love that Joey loves Glenn. He does. All right. 1 is the loneliest number. 1 is the loneliest number that you'll ever see. Having trouble. The bacon is not hot and crispy in timeout. All right. There we go. I'm not feeling ICAGY. Again, I made money when it gave me an opportunity to do that. But when it's not, I'm not in it. Let's go to the... Wow. Gilead. Good googly muggly. You got to love that. Gapped up, never faded the gap, moving up. Trend line moving higher. If you're in it, leave it alone. Undervalued. It's moved up so much that it's about to turn to be overvalued. All right? I don't mind you. That's 3 stocks that we found that's going against the trend, folks. 3. Again, I am not advocating that you jump on board with those 3 stocks. But as U12 was looking for, these are some of the stocks that are in the 28% that's going against the market. But look at that. Good googly muggly. You got to love that. You got to love that. Yes, but check out the seafood bar. Wait a minute, there's a seafood bar in my timeout? Nobody told me about that. There's seafood in there? Ooh-wee. All right. JVA, I don't know what happened. I don't think that was earnings. That was news. I don't know what that is. But whatever it is, that's bad. That ain't good. Again, if I had the time, I would check to see the news, but I don't. I don't know what the news was on JVA. He even made me correct it from JAVA to JVA. I don't know, and it's a retail food. Damn it, I gotta go look and see what that is. I don't know what, that's bad. Whatever that is bad. 26% down. Soared last week, but I don't know. I got no real news. This was 18 hours ago. I don't know what happened to JVA. And whatever happened, that was not, unless they're getting bought out. I don't know. I don't know. Probably tariff issues on coffee prices. 26% in one day. I think it's beyond that. All right, let's go to the next one. So is it coffee prices? I don't know. Many stocks starting to come down to fair value or lower, but the market will drop, probably overshoot. I think, how many of you have heard me say that I think that the market had more downside? Type of one in the room. I don't want nobody to think that, oh, there it's going. I've been telling you, type of one in the room, if I've told you that I think that the market definitely has more downside. I'm still holding to that. I'm still holding to that. All right? I'm still holding to that. And it is what it is. And I'm okay with it. I want you guys to be okay with it and trade the market as it goes. That's another one. LHX. I like it. I like it coming off the low. I like it coming off the low. Watch today's action, though. A little bit, possibly a shooting star. A lot of selling pressure. Just watch it. If you own it, though, use that trend line. If you own it, use that trend line. Next thing, there's Java. Answer to that is no. Nice move on REGN. I don't know what that's about. Interesting. You know what I do like about the move? Look at this. Look at that beautiful level of resistance. It broke through it today. It broke through it Friday, but couldn't hold it. Today, it challenged it, went back up again. You know something? Excuse me. I don't know what the news is on it, but I like it. I like the volume. Look at that rising volume. There's conviction behind the move. There's definitely conviction behind the move. Where's RV? RS, this is a safe stock. This company makes money. Relative safety is above 1, relative value below 1. This company makes money. This company's been around for a minute. The company makes money. We'll put RS on here. Yeah, look at the stair-step effect in relative safety. I do like the play. I don't know if it's in that 20%. I do like to jump along with volume and the conviction. I don't know if it's in the 20%, but it's definitely above this solid level of resistance. No wick at the top. I'm feeling that. Furby says, I love you, Glenn. There you go, Furby. I like that. Over 8% under 20-day NASDAQ. Be careful if you are shorting. Again, talking about the shorting part, what did I tell you in regards to contras? If you're going to play contras, play non-leverage. Disney, I'm so mad at you, Jazz, for making me look at this. I'm so mad at you. Was it Jazz or was it Pennywise? It was one of them. Which one of you told me to look at Disney? I am so mad at you. Stock is going down. That's all you need to know. It's a downtrend. It's a downtrend. RT's below 1. It's still overvalued. Pennywise said it wasn't me. Was it you, Jazz? Was it you, Jazz? It was one of the two of you. I'm gonna see if Jazz has got the backbone to say, yeah, it was me. Now what? Go ahead, Jazz. I don't do anything with Disney, so it had to be Jazz. All right, come on, Jazz, speak up. Anyway, stock's price is going down. I'm not feeling it. It's a sell recommendation. First time in the last 3 months that it's a sell. RT's below 1. I'm not feeling it. Let's go to the next one. Marvel. Jazz, just come on over into timeout. I don't know what your Jazz mysteriously left. All right? Jazz mysteriously left. I ain't going to say that. Marvel. There was a great tongue for Marvel at 1.2. Right now, trending lower. Sell recommendation. Whew. After earnings even fell. I'm not feeling that. Jazz is over in timeout on the seafood bar. All right, Jazz went over there. He made me look at Disney. He knows I don't like looking at Disney. All right, Marvel, not a good play right now. So I don't even see a level of support. Put this on a 6-month graph. Man, Let's put this on a 1 year graph. I got no love. Tells me Marvel can keep going. Hold on. Ooh, I got a level of support. 53.81. 53.81. I got a level of support. All right, so there you go. Man, that's a long way down, though. All right, next one. ELF is starting to rise. Ooh, you know what I need ELF to do before I think about it? I needed to fade this gap. It is undervalued. I don't like that value is falling. Yeah. I'm not ready to touch ELF. Even if it does break above, I need RT to go above 1. I need AVGO had great earnings, jump, but down today. Again, Pennywise probably part of the 80%. All right. Whew. Nordic. I do like shipping. Did I tell you the reason why I like shipping? I like shipping because if we do all this drill, baby, drill, these boats are going to have to take oil all over the world. So I am a fan of shipping, just not this one. I am a fan of shipping, just not this one. There is no such thing as an ELF. There is a such thing as an ELF signal. Is there really? I never knew that. Be patient. Equity market long-term. Follow VectorVest strategy for go up long-term. Thank you, Massimo. Last couple of stocks. EL, SD Lauder. Yeah. I like the move for the past couple of days. Looks like 3 out of the last 5 days the stock has gone up. This is what I'm looking for. I want to see if we can start to fade that gap. It's way overvalued, though. RT is below 1. I want to see if we can start to fade that gap before I think about taking it. And the last stock, MicroStrategy, broke below this level of support. It did it back here, too, before it went back up. I don't think there's a lot going on with them right now. With crypto going down, MicroStrategy is going to feel. They bought all this crypto. If crypto goes into a crypto winter, I think MicroStrategy goes out of business. That's what I think. All right, I'm done. I got through all those stocks. How many stocks was it? I got through 21 stocks for you. All right, we got 107 likes. All right, and I thank you for that. And look, we kept you guys for the long term today. Did I tell you your 3-stock graph video Friday was fire, Glenn? How many people, thank you for that, Janice. How many people watched that video? If you haven't, please go watch that. That was an awesome video. I say that from my perspective because I use those graph layouts. Those are great graph layouts depending on how you invest in the market, whether you're short term, whether you're midterm, whether you're long term. There was a graph for everybody in there. Again, brand new people to the room. If you like the content, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon. Also, go look through our other videos. We got so much content out there for you guys. And you'll find that, look at the dates of those videos. They're right in tune with what's going on in the market. All right. Everybody who hasn't hit the like button, hit it. All right. I looked at a lot of your stocks today. It wasn't much to talk about. Tariffs is the big story. All right. There's only but so much you can do with that. So I wanted to take a time to look at your stocks. Everybody take a breath. All right. Oh, Edward says your Friday special presentation was awesome with the 3 blipping great charts layout, but the stuff, man, they wouldn't let me keep the title I wanted. But you guys still watch it. For those of you who didn't, go back and watch it. Does the mobile app have the MTI and BSR values? Mark, yes, it does. All right, I got to go. Adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. I now have an affinity with the Hawaiian Islands since I've been there. I love me some Hawaii, all right? Odabu. Oh, remember, there's always good people in the world. If you can't find one, be one. Odabu, bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until the next time, folks, see ya.